Imagine standing in the center of a massive stone circle 5,000 years ago, surrounded by towering blocks of granite glowing under the moonlight. You feel a strange hum deep inside your chest, a gentle vibration that makes your skin tingle and your mind suddenly go quiet. For years, people on the internet have claimed these ancient megaliths were built as wireless charging stations for the human soul, but the true story of what is happening inside these stone rings is even more surprising. Today, we are going to look closely at these giant monuments and separate modern legends from real physical discoveries. You will see how ancient humans used natural geology, subterranean water, and acoustic resonance to build places that completely altered human perception. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why these stone rings make people feel so strange, and why the real science behind them is far more fascinating than any science fiction story ever written. To understand why people think stone circles act like giant batteries, we first have to look at the materials ancient people used to build them. Neolithic builders did not just pick up random rocks lying nearby on the ground. In many cases, they transported specific types of stone over vast distances, crossing mountains and rivers to bring them to a precise location. When geologists analyzed these megaliths centuries later, they discovered something remarkable about their internal mineral structure that surprised the scientific community. Many of these standing stones, including the famous blue stones of Stonehenge, contain extraordinarily high amounts of quartz crystal embedded inside them. Quartz is a very special mineral because it possesses a physical property known as piezoelectricity, which means that when the stone is squeezed, struck, or exposed to intense physical pressure, it generates a tiny electrical voltage. This is not magic or science fiction. It is the exact same basic physical property that powers modern quartz watches and microphone transducers today. Because this quartz content, some researchers began asking if giant standing stones could naturally emit electricity into the surrounding air or ground. If you compress granite blocks weighing 20 tons under the immense weight of gravity, do they emit an energy field that humans can feel? The short answer is that while the physical phenomenon of piezoelectricity is entirely real, the amount of voltage produced by a standing stone is far too small to power anything or send electricity wirelessly through the air to a human body. So why do so many visitors report feeling a sudden rush of energy or deep calm when walking into a stone circle? To answer that question, we have to look downwards, deep underneath the soil where these heavy stones were originally planted thousands of years ago. Geologists studying sites like Avebury and Stonehenge discovered that almost all major megalithic rings were built directly above subterranean rivers and deep underground water channels that have been flowing for thousands of years. When water flows through tight underground channels beneath the earth, it generates friction against the surrounding rock layers, creating natural acoustic vibrations and tiny electromagnetic shifts known as telluric currents. Ancient humans did not have modern digital sensors to measure these underground forces, but they were deeply observant of their environment and likely noticed that certain natural spots felt distinctly different from the land around them, making those locations ideal places to gather for tribal ceremonies. Think of subterranean water and quartz-heavy stones like a giant natural pipe organ buried in the countryside. The movement of water deep in the soil creates subtle, low-frequency hums that travel up through the ground and into the base of the heavy standing stones. While this natural process creates a unique environment, it is not a wireless battery for the soul. Instead, it's a fascinating example of how natural earth forces interact with dense geological structures. But there's another factor that plays a much bigger role in how standing stones affect human beings, and that factor is acoustic engineering. When sound waves hit hard, flat granite surfaces, they don't simply vanish, they bounce back into the center of the ring, creating complex echo patterns and standing sound waves that completely change how a person inside the circle hears their own voice and the voices of others. Archaeologists specializing in acoustics have spent years bringing sensitive sound equipment inside ancient stone circles to measure how sound behaves inside these spaces. What they discovered was shocking. Almost every well-preserved stone circle amplifies specific low-frequency sounds, particularly frequencies around 111 Hz. When a human voice chants, sings, or beats a drum at this exact pitch inside the circle, the stones resonate like a massive acoustic chamber. Now, why does the frequency of 111 Hz matter so much to a human being standing in the ring? Medical researchers have conducted brain scan studies on volunteers exposed to this exact sound frequency and observed a remarkable reaction in human neurology. When a person listens to a continuous 111 Hz tone, activity in their language centers of their brain temporarily decreases, while activity in regions linked to emotion, empathy, and deep relaxation increases dramatically. This means that when ancient tribes gathered inside these circles to chant, sing, or play drums, the acoustic architecture of the stones physically changed their brainwave states. To an ancient person who had never experienced digital technology, amplification, or artificial echo, this sudden shift in mental state felt profoundly supernatural, as if an invisible force or spirit was entering their body and wiping away their everyday stress and exhaustion. This natural acoustic phenomenon explains why so many modern visitors still feel an immediate sense of peace or euphoria when stepping inside a stone ring. Your brain is not absorbing wireless electrical current from the rocks. Instead, your nervous system is reacting to the subtle acoustic reverberations, ambient ground vibrations, and massive stone enclosure. It's a biological reaction to a uniquely designed physical environment. But if the science points to acoustics and geology, where did the modern idea of stone circles being soul-charging stations actually come from? To trace the origin of this popular myth, we have to travel back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when interest in spiritualism, unseen energy fields, and early electrical inventions began sweeping across Europe and North America, leading many writers to reinterpret ancient history through the lens of modern machines. During this era, inventors like Nikola Tesla were demonstrating that electrical energy could be transmitted wirelessly through the air using high-voltage coils and natural ground resonance. At the exact same time, amateur historians looking at giant stone monuments began drawing direct comparisons between Tesla's wireless power towers and ancient standing stones, proposing that ancient civilizations must have possessed advanced technology that allowed them to broadcast power across entire continents without wires. Over the decades, this concept evolved through popular books, alternative television shows, and internet forums, gradually blending real scientific terms like piezoelectricity, telluric currents, and magnetic fields with mystical ideas about human soul charging. Over time, the subtle reality of how stone circles actually worked was replaced by a far more dramatic narrative involving lost alien technology, secret energy grids, and invisible power plants scattered across the globe. It's easy to see why this sci-fi theory captured the imagination of millions of people around the world. The idea that ancient humans possessed free wireless energy feels exciting and mysterious, suggesting that our ancestors held secrets that modern science has somehow forgotten. But when we look at the actual physical evidence uncovered by archaeologists, geologists, and engineers, the real story of why these stones were raised turns out to be far more grounded and deeply human.
When archaeologists excavate around the bases of standing stones, they don't find ancient copper wiring, metal conduits, or advanced industrial machinery buried beneath the soil. Instead, they consistently uncover organic remains like animal bones, fire pits, wooden post holes, ceramic vessels, and carefully prepared human burials. These artifacts prove beyond a doubt that these sites were sacred ceremonial landscapes built by agrarian human communities using timber, rope, stone, and sheer human muscle.
Building a stone circle required an extraordinary commitment of time, energy, and social organization from early farming communities. Moving a single 30-ton stone across miles of rough terrain required hundreds of people working together in perfect coordination, using wooden sledges, greasy animal fat, and heavy timber rollers. They did not undertake this immense labor to build an electrical power grid. They did it to create a permanent monument that would connect their community to the movements of the sun and stars. For ancient farming societies, tracking the seasons was a matter of life and death, determining when to plant crops, when to move livestock, and when winter was approaching. By carefully aligning the entrance pathways and standing stones with the rising and setting sun on the summer and winter solstices, Neolithic builders created massive, permanent stone calendars that allowed them to track the cycle of the year with remarkable astronomical accuracy. When the sun rose directly over a specific marker stone on the shortest day of the year, it signaled to the entire community that winter had reached its peak and that warmer, fertile days were finally returning. Gathering inside the circle during these crucial astronomical moments brought isolated families together, giving them a shared sense of safety, purpose, and spiritual connection in an uncertain and dangerous prehistoric world. This psychological sense of unity and relief is closely connected to why modern people still feel emotionally overwhelmed when visiting these ancient monuments today. When you step inside a stone circle, you are standing in a physical space that was intentionally designed thousands of years ago to evoke awe, reverence, and reflection, isolating you visually and acoustically from the open landscape surrounding you. Modern human life is filled with artificial noise, digital screens, constant notifications, and high levels of chronic stress that keep our nervous systems on high alert throughout the day. When a modern person steps away from their phone, walks across a quiet grassy field, and enters a secluded ring of ancient stones, their body naturally drops its stress levels, lowering their heart rate and clearing their mind almost immediately. It is easy for someone experiencing this sudden drop in mental stress to assume that the ancient stones are actively shooting energy into their body like a battery charger. In reality, what you are feeling is your nervous system finally relaxing because you have stepped out of the chaotic modern world and into an ancient, tranquil space that was built specifically for human quietness, ceremony, and community gathering. In addition to stress relief, there is another powerful psychological factor at play inside stone circles, known as the placebo effect and environmental priming. When you visit a famous historic site that you have read about for years, your brain anticipates a powerful experience long before you even arrive at the location, releasing neurotransmitters like dopamine and endorphins the moment you step onto the sacred ground. This psychological priming, combined with the real acoustic amplification, natural earth hums, and stunning visual geometry of the stones, creates a powerful total experience for the human mind. The magic is not happening because the stones are emitting artificial electricity. The magic is happening inside your own human brain, reacting to an extraordinary work of ancient environmental architecture that has survived for thousands of years. Scientists who study these sites emphasize that debunking the wireless battery theory does not make stone circles any less impressive or valuable to human history. In fact,
realizing that ordinary Neolithic humans built these gigantic astronomical computers using only stone axes, wooden timber, and human intelligence makes their accomplishment far more inspiring than attributing the work to fictional sci-fi devices. Consider the staggering engineering skill required to erect sites like Avebury, which spans over 30 acres and originally contained dozens of massive standing stones surrounded by a deep earth ditch. Ancient builders dug these massive trenches using simple deer antlers and wooden shovels, moving thousands of tons of heavy soil long before the invention of metal tools, wheels, or written language. They carefully shaped the heavy stones using heat, water, and stone hammers, shaping raw boulders into precise structural components that could interlock and withstand thousands of years of rain, frost, and wind. The survival of these monuments over 5 millennia is a living testament to the sheer ingenuity, resilience, and architectural mastery of early human ancestors. Stone circles also reveal how deeply our ancestors understood their local landscapes and environment, integrating geology, geography, astronomy, and community life into a single physical location. They did not view themselves as separate from nature, but rather as an active part of a living world where every rock, water spring, and celestial movement held meaning and practical importance for their survival. When modern science analyzes megalithic sites today, researchers continue to uncover fascinating new details about how these ancient spaces functioned. Advanced LiDAR laser technology and ground-penetrating radar are revealing previously hidden wooden structures, avenue pathways, and buried stone arrangements beneath the soil around these sites, proving that stone circles were just the central focal points of vast ritual landscapes. These discoveries remind us that history is constantly evolving as new scientific tools allow us to ask better questions about the past. We do not need to invent unproven myths about wireless energy or ancient space power plants to appreciate the profound beauty and mystery of standing stones. The genuine historical reality is already rich with real science, human drama, and architectural brilliance. The next time you visit a stone circle or see a photo of one of these ancient monuments, take a moment to reflect on what is truly happening within those ancient rings. You are looking at a place where human creativity, astronomical observation, natural geology, and acoustic sound came together 5,000 years ago to create a timeless refuge for the human mind and spirit. Standing within these rings, you are connected directly to the early story of human civilization, touching the exact same stones that our ancestors touched thousands of years ago as they looked up at the exact same stars. It's a powerful reminder of how far humanity has traveled and how much we still share with the ancient builders who raised these heavy monuments out of the raw earth. The true power of ancient stone circles does not lie in fictional electrical circuits or wireless soul charging. It lies in their ability to strip away the noise of modern life, quiet our minds through acoustic design, and remind us of our deep historical connection to the natural world and to one another. That real human connection is far more valuable than any fantasy. If you enjoyed diving into the real science and hidden history behind these ancient monuments, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join our community here at DMMR. On this channel, we will continue pulling back the curtain on the world's greatest mysteries, separating wild internet legends from the fascinating physical truth. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode as we keep exploring the secrets of our past.